I have a lot of issues, Johnny. My daughter ate chicken and became pregnant. One thing led to another, and it was delicious. Johnny Carson laughed more than nearly any other comedian at Rodney Dangerfield's quick-fire onliners about his awful life. I desire two girls at the same time, given my age. You know, they have each other to talk to if I doze off. Why are you now? These are some of Rodney Dangerfield's most hilarious remarks about Johnny Carson, the father who is constantly working. I'm putting in a lot of work. Yes, my father, was a workaholic. Really? Yes, indeed. You brought up work. He became inebriated. Yes, I did. After resolving my drinking issue, I became a member of Alcoholics Anonymous. Yes, I continue to drink. I go by another name, that's all. And let me tell you, excessive drinking is my issue. Too much. I provided a urine sample to my physician. It contained an olive. The spouse interrupted. That reversal hit so fast the audience didn't see it coming. He flips the expected compliment of a successful parent by stating, "My father was a workaholic. You mentioned work, he got drunk. You're fooling me, though, because my wife does scream. Oh, especially when I walk in on her. My wife cheats on me, and I know it. Every time I get home, the parrot cries, 'Quick, out the window.' I can't unwind for you in my home. I have my own dog. I'm crazy for him. I have a stupid dog that we call Egypt. He leaves a pyramid in each room. He starts it off as a standard bedroom joke before hitting on my wife's cries during intimacy, particularly if I interrupt her. Rodney made himself the loser in one clean punch. The cliff runner Carson burst out laughing. My wife took a driving test, I see. She was content. He received an 18 out of 20. Yes, a pair of men leaped aside. He told me to run off a cliff. Johnny chuckled, remarking, "The visual is so absurd it feels like a cartoon." The waterbed corpse began as a kind fatherly admonition to launch a kite into the air. Don't get me a break with nothing, I tell you. I became a member of Gamblers Anonymous. I don't make it. They gave me a 2-to-1 advantage. I bought a waterbed. I found a guy at the bottom of it. Carson claimed that the punchline is specific enough to immediately conjure up the freezing wife when he pushes up the rough neighborhood premise. My spouse refers to it as a Dead Sea. Well, I discovered that I have it twice a year. Yes, he uses a straightforward insult, "My wife is cold," to make her side of the waterbed appear frozen. Rodney was the bridge club jumper. Johnny said to his friends, one sentence, one image, one clean escalation. My wife joined a bridge club last week. I leave on Tuesday of next week. It was a difficult week. Are you serious? I checked up my family tree last week. It was being used by 2 dogs. With flawless delivery, he takes a typical setup that my wife signed up for me and blows it up. The request was turned down. I told her to stop laughing behind my back the other night. I won't, she said. On the other side is the amusing things. This power shift between a married pair is ideal. Don't laugh behind my back, he says. I'll laugh wherever I want, she said. When Carson said, Rodney loses twice, he laughed. In the request and the response, twice. The physician is on hold. My doctor is also of no assistance. Dr. Viddy Bum, How is he doing? Last week I gave them a call. I informed him about my diarrhea. Hold me up. Too much chatting on my part. I once had a beautiful young woman back there. I'll listen to her opinion. I see that you're moving into the classics now, huh? Well, don't you know your Shakespeare? Of course. Oh, Debet said that, didn't he? He takes a grotesque problem and says, I informed my doctor I got diarrhea. He put me on hold. Okay. Oh, Death, where is thy sting? I believe it was Nicky Puppis, but he's my lawyer. He's a good lawyer, very good lawyer. He had a rape charge reduced to tailgating. The punch is how casually the disrespect happens, like it's normal for Rodney. Johnny tries to keep his composure but fails. Carson told his staff. Only Rodney could make being put on hold that funny. The audience screams at the absurdity. Rodney's delivery sells the humiliation perfectly. Johnny said the doctor doesn't even pretend to care. The nobody home disaster. Oh, how a pretty girl. You know girls. I got a new line. You know what's that? Oh, I go out with a girl. I got a gun, I whispered softly in her ear. That wins them over, doesn't it? Oh, yeah. Now I tell you what, girls, I'm never lucky. Johnny never. You know that, because I went out and bought an inflatable girl. I got her pregnant. This sounds promising invitation with a girl. Come on over, he said over the phone. There is no one home. I approached. There was no one home. With the physical payoff, it crumbles into sheer loneliness. Well, when I put on my underwear this morning, I heard the loom guys giggling. It's always been that way. Never get girls, never get girls. Carson stated the punchline, making Johnny laugh out loud at how ridiculously simple it is. The audience adores how relatable the catastrophe feels, and Rodney's face conveys the despair. Only Rodney could turn a potential hookup into total failure, Johnny said to buddies. The psychiatrist list. I'm like the rest of the men in my family. They weren't smart, they were dumb, but my Swiss uncle got the Dangerfield. He got a job as a yodeler. He forgot the lyrics, yo, 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 hey, 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 you. He frames it like a confession saying, I told my wife I was seeing a psychiatrist. She said she was seeing a psychiatrist, 2 plumbers, and a bartender. I'll tell you, last week was a rough week for me. I broke up with my psychiatrist. I said to him, if you don't mind, like a second opinion, after he told me I was going mad. Okay, he said, you're also unattractive. The laugh is the speed of the escalation and absurd specificity. I barely make it through the setup before I burst out laughing. Carson told his staff that she's living a whole sitcom behind his back. Rodney's timing makes the escalation perfect. Johnny said, 2 plumbers is what kills me. The joke demonstrates that Rodney's wife has a more fulfilling life than he does, and Carson appreciates how the specifics make it more difficult. The tooth counter. My wife? I go for a fortune. Every night I eat out. You can't cook. She's the worst cook in the world. I tell you, my house after dinner, I don't brush my teeth. I count them. He takes a simple insult and turns it into a joke about my wife being a bad cook after dinner. I don't brush my teeth, I count them. It's mean, clean, and ends on a perfect final word. The audience screams at the visual. You know the trouble with me? I appeal to everyone who can do me absolutely no good. I tell you the truth, I don't get no respect from anyone, you know? Well, the other day I went into McDonald's, and they told me I don't deserve a break. Carson said, counting teeth is such a Rodney detail. Rodney sells the disgust in his delivery, and Johnny keeps laughing through the next setup. The joke proves Rodney's wife can't do anything right. Carson told friends the punchline word is chef's kiss. Rodney's face shows genuine suffering, and Johnny appreciates how economical the joke is. You can picture him counting, Carson remarked, adding that the audience adores the image's specificity. Rodney makes bad cooking sound like it could kill you. The caller from the motel, I tell you, I'm fine now, but last week I was in bad shape, you know. Yeah. My wife hit a deer in a zoo last week. Oh, my wife took her driving test. She was happy. You got 18 out of 20. Yeah, 2 guys jumped